A couple months ago, starting off, Prayers made a pact that we're going to tell this story only once, and it's going to be in front of everybody. And it's the last time you're going to hear it from us. Right?
Yeah, that was that's the agreement. Yep.
A couple months ago, we were all having dinner at our table. Vernon was down. And for some reason, Vernon wanted to go back up to Dinky Creek area and do some rock jumping again.
Off the water thing we did. The little cliff.
Yeah, because I didn't get to do it.
Yeah. So the following Sunday, 10 o'clock, I jump in my truck, we go out there. The only concern we had getting into the gate was the fact that Captain Jack has problems with Vernon.
Okay, I want you to, when they're telling this story, I want you to zero in on, it's about a miracle, so.
So anyway, we get through the day pass with the idea that we have to keep Vernon on a short leash because Captain Jack doesn't like Vernon.
And as kind of like a joke that Vernon did, but like in all seriousness, just to kind of try to make the peace in case Ranger Jack was there, he did bring a replacement
Brand new
A new shovel from
Yeah,
Home
just like you see
Depot.
on Facebook with a red handle, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
I stole it from the hardware store.
So anyway, we get up, we do a couple jumps, I go first, then Jacob, and then Vernon. And so we kind of get bored with that, so we try to increase the competition. So we each threw in $25, and the idea was the person that could bring up the biggest rock wins the $75. The idea was you got to bring it up, you got to secure it on the shore.
So we dive in just off that top, like that top rock like we did last time.
It's one breath, we have one breath.
Yeah,
down,
dive
then
in,
bring it up.
find what we can, the biggest rock we can, bring it up, and then we actually have to get it up on that little shore.
So I'm the first one to go. So I go down, I'm down the wild, water is freezing as we all, I mean freezing.
Yeah, 'cause this was like, what, first week in October, so it's cold.
Yeah, and the water was down a little bit, so that helped a little too. So I bring up, mine's probably like 10 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, like 10.
So it's a starting point, it's a starting point. So then Jacob goes down, and I think you got one 15?
Yeah, 15-inch, it was like one of my dumbbells.
Yeah, something like that. So the last guy to go is Vernon. Vernon being the competitive, hard-nosed guy that he is, you know, goes down. Go ahead, tell us.
And we actually were going to do wager $50, so it'd be $150 in the pot, but I only had 25. So
We didn't trust him for the other.
yeah,
If
they
you
knew I
wanted to
was
put an IOU in, we wouldn't let him. No, his checks are no good.
right. So anyhow, it kind of reminded me of when I was on my trip in Missouri, and I was in an inner tube, and we were going down the river, and I thought that the river was shallow, and I jumped out of the inner tube to keep it from going into poison boat. And I went down 20 feet. I just couldn't believe it. And so for me, it was like a second chance to do the old river thing. So it's cold, and so I knew that I had to bring up something heavier than 15 pounds. And so, hold my breath, jump in. Oh my God, I can't tell you how cold it was.
It's freezing. I think all of us know how freezing that water is.
I mean, when I came up and I didn't have a rock, and I didn't think they were going to let me go back down a second time because you had to go down the first time. I said, "Come on, give me a break. I'm 65. Let's give another shot." Oh, excuse me. So I go down again, and I see this rock, and when you're underwater, everything looks bigger than what it actually is. It looks further away, and I keep trying to get this thing, and I finally get it, and I don't know how I got back up with it because I almost got a leg cramp trying to do this thing and get back
Well,
up.
we were concerned. We thought we had to go down and get you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was down
Which
there.
we all decided, no, we're not doing
I know.
It's too cold. Yeah, sorry, Vernon.
What's the $75?
Yeah, we got money. We made $12.
I looked at that $75 and I didn't even have $75. So anyhow, I get this thing up and I just barely get it up on the ledge, and I'm thinking, okay, stay there, and I move away from just a second, and the damn thing falls back in the water, and I could have sworn Jacob pushed in, So I said, okay, I got to go back down again. So I go back down again. As I'm going back down, I see something even bigger than the rock, and it's moving around, and it seems to be. I thought, well, gosh, it looks like it's alive. I thought for a moment it might be an old person or a dead person or whatever. But anyhow, I'm down there, and I'm having this trouble deciding whether to get the rock, and I'm not sure I can even see that rock anymore. But I see this other thing that's huge. And so I go, oh, I'm going to go for it. So I reach and I try to scoop it up, but it's really slippery and it's flopping around. And so I finally get my my arms around it and I put it right here close to my chest and then do this little thing and I come up and I'm trying to keep, I'm going up, going
Yeah,
down.
we're like thinking he's like dying, like drowning or
We
something.
thought it was
And they weren't gonna help me because I gotta do it by myself for the
We got money
75
on
bucks,
this, we
you
got
know?
money on this
Yeah.
thing, man.
No way.
And so finally I go, "Ah!" and I got this thing and you can't believe it. I don't know how much it weighed.
I think it was a 15-pound rainbow trout.
Yeah, but we'll say it was 16 to beat my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, it was huge.
It was
You
huge,
could see
it was huge.
the stripe down the side of it.
It was old too.
It's just like in the what's that River Monsters guy? I mean, this thing was just
It was
massive.
huge, it was huge.
And then all of a sudden I'm looking at it and I'm starting to feel really bad because I can tell it's struggling. You know, it's struggling to breathe.
It looked like it had already been caught, like it was like running out of air, like way faster than like.
How did he look? You were showing us his. Yeah, you know.
But he's like moving real slow.
We'll show you pictures of the fish in a little bit.
Okay, all right. So anyhow, I don't know if any of you know, but I've been taking night classes at UC, University of California, La Jolla in marine biology. So I'm learning a little bit about fish and how they, function and whatnot. And I actually took a class in acupressure for fish. And so I
No,
see.
dude, there's a grant right now.
You are a strange person.
I know. It's like, Mara does a massage thing on people. I figure I got to do something a little different, So anyhow, I notice that the fish is struggling, so I start, looking at the pressure points and trying to get the fish to relax. I'm pretty out of water, can't really much about it. But anyhow, the fish was just struggling like crazy. And then it seemed like maybe there was something stuck or caught, and I thought, how do they go? Gills. Okay, so I start trying to lift up the gills, and I get blinded, it's like I'm looking at something, and there I can't quite see what it is. It's almost like that camera flash, and so I give up the gill thing, because I know it's not going to work, and I just go back to my acupressure. It's kind of like massage, I'm just massaging. And remember how we could see as I move, you
It's
could
getting
see
color,
something,
the rainbow's starting to come back into the
right?
fish.
But remember how as I
Well, it's like-
massaged, something kept moving up, like,
It's like a snake.
yeah, exactly like that,
Got a
So,
rat in there or something.
and so they said, come on, you got it, keep going. I don't know how they got in on the act. I mean, first of all, they
Well, I was
just,
holding the tail because it started like really
Yeah,
flipping out for a second.
Like what?
Huh?
How is
It
it?
was flipping
It's
out.
flipping around. Like fishes do.
Yeah,
So-
flipping out.
so I kept going, and then the fish really started to struggle. Like, unfortunately, I moved the damn thing right up into his throat. So I learned how to do this in class. So you prop open it out, and I reach inside, and I feel around, and I'm scared to death the fish is going to close its mouth and bite my hand off. But I reached it, and then I could feel it, and the first time it slipped, and I had to go back in again, and then I just slowly, and would you believe?
It was.
Dance classes!
That's good.
Alright, give them the glasses! Glasses back! Here's your glasses, Dan, from the bottom of the big crate. Very nice. Very good.
Yeah, those are real glasses.